Nettle is fairly well known as a highly nutritious wild vegetable. Many people have tried nettle and wild garlic soup, which is a foraging classic. A nettle leaf tea is also widely available. However, the use of nettle seed is still fairly uncommon. As the days lengthen, the female nettle produces inconspicuous flowers, which quickly are followed by green seeds drooping catechins from the upper third of the plant. Over the summer, the seed ripens and thickens. It's harvested when still green before it starts to dry out and turn brown. It's crunchy and full of oil, high in polyunsaturated fatty acids, predominantly linoleic as well as linoleic, palmitic, oleic, and stearic acids. Our body uses linoleic and linoleic acid to make important essential fatty acids, omega-3 and 6. To harvest nettle seed, cut the top third off each nettle and dry them on a sheet of brown paper in the sunshine, turning them occasionally until the leaves feel crisp. Then, wearing rubber gloves, rub the seed off into a bowl. The green seed is quickly separated from any stray leaves or stems by sifting it through a standard steel mesh kitchen sieve. If you're rubbing a lot of seed through a sieve, it's a good idea to wear a paper mask, as airborne seed dust can be itchy. Nettle seed can be substituted for poppy seeds in crackers, oat cakes, put on bread, or sprinkled with chopped nuts into a salad. Nettle seeds will give you an energy boost and help to put you in a cheerful mood. For stimulating health benefits, take 1 to 2 spoons of fresh green or dried nettle seed a day. You can chew up to 20 grams a day, but most people find that just a teaspoon is all they need. You can try mixing them in yogurt, a smoothie, or adding them overnight in oats. Don't add them to juices as they float and are hard to drink. One way is to crush the seeds in a pestle and mortar and then infuse them in sunflower oil in a warm place for a week or two. This green oil makes a nice healthy salad oil, or can be used with essential oils as an anti-inflammatory liniment for arthritic pains. In the past, horse traders would feed nettle seed to horses a few weeks before selling them. It helped the old horses become sprightly again, with high spirits and shiny coats. Nettle seed is considered a Western adaptogen herb that supports the adrenal glands and endocrine system. This is why in herbal medicine it's used as a tonic for fatigue and adrenal exhaustion, for people who are burnt out, run down, and low in energy, zest for life or libido. For those interested in the biochemistry, the feel-good factor from eating raw, dried nettle seed is caused by the neurotransmitters acetylcholine and serotonin, closely followed by choline and histamine. Acetylcholine binds to the mood receptors in our brain. It stimulates the autonomic nervous system, improves mood and heightens sensory perception, attention span, vigilance, and intuition. Acetylcholine disruption may be a primary cause of depression. Serotonin acts on the central nervous system. It regulates mood, appetite, and sleep, influences memory and learning. It's serotonin, along with histamine and formic acid in nettle spines, that cause the pain when you pick them. Incidentally, acetylcholine in nettle venom may well explain the ancient practice of urtification for pain relief. Nettle seed also raises dopamine levels, creating pleasurable feelings. Both the roots and the seed of nettle contain a lecithin called urtica-dioica agglutinin. We're not yet sure how much the seed contains of UDA, but it's interesting because it contains a unique pattern of T-cell and cytokine activation, known as superantigen activity. Or in normal language, this means that it supercharges the body's natural defenses and immune system without, as other studies show, raising pro-inflammatory cytokines. Nowadays, medical herbalists mainly use nettle seeds to increase energy, as an anti-inflammatory and as a highly effective kidney tropho-restorative. It slows down renal failure, evidenced by increased kidney glomerular function and lowered serum creatinine levels. Modern clinical studies have shown that it also protects the liver, repairing it and restoring liver function after oxidative damage. Another macronutrient found in nettle seeds is called choline, a component of lecithin vital to liver function. Choline is sometimes used to treat liver cirrhosis and hepatitis. Studies have also shown that it's indeed anti-inflammatory and will soothe colitis, which is inflammation of the colon. Nettle seed can be made into a tincture. In its most basic form, a tincture is just an alcohol extract. In the 16th century, nettle seed was crushed and then soaked in wine. You can also infuse the crushed seeds in vinegar. Today, homemade tinctures can be made using a 40% strength vodka at a ratio of 1 part seed to 5 part vodka by volume. The seed must be crushed first and soaked in the vodka for up to 3 weeks before straining off. At this strength, the usual dose is no more than 2 milliliters, taken up to 4 times per day. When added to herbal blends with nourishing nervines, like wild oat tops, it can be used to raise a low mood, in particular winter blues or seasonal affective disorder. You can try combining it with cleavers and seaweed for slow metabolic rates, as in the 19th century the powdered seeds were considered a cure for goiter and efficacious in reducing excessive corpulency, which is hypothyroidism. Culpeper also claimed that the seed could be drank as a remedy against the stinging of venomous creatures, the biting of mad dogs, the poisonous qualities of hemlock, henbane, nightshade, mandrake, or other such like herbs that stupefy or dull the senses. This may be due to its cholinergic activity. Elizabeth Blackwell recommends it for coughs, shortness of breath, and obstruction of the lungs, and it had a history of use in consumption, which is pulmonary tuberculosis. In Europe, it was used to restore libido and sexual energy, and the pressed oil was burned in Egyptian lamps. One note of caution: be careful when eating nettle seeds not to exceed 30 grams per day. It can be overstimulating and, like an amphetamine, prevent you from sleeping. Although some people do experiment with nettle seeds recreationally. A large 250 ml cup of nettle seed tea, boiled fresh nettle seeds in a ratio of 1 to 12, or 25 grams to 300 milliliters of water, may keep you awake for several days.